All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's Lawlett off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now here's Lawlett. Quick hitch, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Get out. 46.
Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Awesome. Good.
2nd down, Prescott. And he'll get the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Then we're going to 53.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. John Jenkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
46. Let's go. Let's 46.
Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A give to Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Out of the gun, Lauletta. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 17 yards to pick up there. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On second down, here's Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact,
he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit!
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. And he'll get that to the rookie, Saquon Barkley. Fights through, and now a crease. A very solid gain of 27. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Lauletta off the bootleg. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
We're going to 54. Why ain't?
A first down throw for Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. John Jenkins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
47.
Prescott now on 2nd down. It's caught right side. It turns. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Lauletta from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this may be a free play for Lauletta. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We're going to 54. Wide.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, you got 3. Here we go. 26. Switching, hey. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
46.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Longletto. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leopard! Over!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They come out here in the eye. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll fake it. Now Longletto. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Detroit!
Longletto. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hustle. Switch, and hey. Here you go. 26.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. He got 29 yards that time.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hustle.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
First down, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Giants. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Right back to him on the first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit!
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's Lawlett off play action. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Stewart, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Lawlett now on 2nd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to over.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. And he knocks it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now Saquon Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott from the gun. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Prescott to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Olivier Vernon in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. first and goal. Jonathan Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 78 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This is Barkley, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.